Hello, good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome. How are you for Saturday afternoon? Are you excited to learn something new for your dinner? We are. Today we're going to learn two very innovative dishes, chicken rendang rice burrito and nati kaya rice pudding. And it's amazing that we can use very simple ingredients to make something completely innovative. And today's class is special for two reasons. First, I'm very excited to work with Chef Michelle for the very first time. She's a Michelin star restaurant trained chef, a TV producer, and a avid home cook. Michelle, how are you today?
Very good. Hi, everybody. Very nice to meet all of you. My name is Michelle. Thank you for the lovely, lovely introduction. So today we're just going to do two very, very super simple recipes. Hopefully by the end of it, you're going to have a lovely dinner, right?
Yes. Thank you, Michelle. And we're a bit nervous because it's the first time that we're working together, but we are really excited. So please show us your support and show Michelle your support by saying hi in the chat. We would love to hear from you. The second reason that this class is special is that we are working with SongHe as partner today. Wow, I see your faces. Yay. Thank you for switching on your webcam. Actually, I remember growing up eating SongHe fragrant rice and glutinous rice, but I didn't know that they're actually local brand from Singapore, and they've been here for over 30 years. So we're really happy to also collaborate with local brand and enjoying local products. And I think have I introduced myself? Sorry,
No, not yet.
Yeah, so my name is Xin Yan, and thank you for those of you who have joined YoRipe classes before, and welcome back. YoRipe is actually here to help you cook better, and we just launched a new app that you can find over 800 videos, recipes by cuisine, by categories like one pot meal. So really easy, give your brain a break and download the app. Gabriel will send the link over the chat. So I think, are we ready to?
Yeah, I think, let's start cooking. So please, guys, if you have any questions, please throw it over to us. And I really, really hope that you're going to be cooking together with me, okay?
Yes.
So I won't feel so alone. Okay, we're going to start off with the main course today, which is the chicken rendang burrito. Burrito actually originated sort of from Mexico. Why I say sort of from Mexico was because it started off in Mexico, but it actually really only became famous in America. In LA, actually.
Yes.
That's when they started stuffing it with everything, a lot of different things.
Exactly. I see like food trucks, people just grab and go, and a lot of variations.
That's right. So what's the difference between a burrito and a kebab? Usually a burrito, when you hear burrito, it means that there's rice inside.
Okay.
So, just throw in. What I want to do today, and for most of my webinars, is that it's recipe ideas, right? Although we've given you a recipe, but it's really just ideas that you can play around with, okay? So this is just one variation that you could play around with. So to begin, we're going to have to marinate our chicken first. So I have here chicken thigh, which I've already actually cut up into smaller. Don't worry, I actually washed my hands already. So into tiny pieces like this, okay? 1 inch pieces so that it's easy for us to wrap it up into the burrito as well as to cook. Yes. So it's fast cooking because when you have a big chunk, of course, the cooking time becomes longer, right?
Michelle, what part of the chicken are you using today?
Me? I always use thigh meat. I always use thigh meat. But of course, you can use breast meat if you prefer. I'm just a duck meat person. Okay? Just because I feel like it's a little bit more flavorful and it's more tender, simply for that reason. And what I have here is rendang paste, instant rendang paste. So it's just because it's easy, quick to use. We don't have to complicate our lives too much, okay? So I'm just going to use a portion of it, right, over here.
Generous big tablespoon of rendang paste into the chicken. Give it a good mix.
Make sure that it's well coated, okay? That all the chicken pieces actually have the rendang paste on it because you don't want it to be left unmarinated, because that's where all the flavor comes in. So if it's not enough, go for it. Go for more of it. But don't use all of it because we're going to cook the rendang with the rest of the paste.
Okay, so we want to keep the paste for the cooking, but we're going to use some of it to marinate first to coat the chicken thigh meat, the cut chicken thigh meat well.
Okay. And then once you see that it is all nicely coated, right? Can you see? Yeah. We'll just keep it aside, okay, for now. And meanwhile, So this is all about multitasking, doing different things at different times. So you get a meal done in 1 hour. Next, we're going to move on to the rice for the burrito. Okay. So the rice, what we have is basically a flavored rice. So you're going to pre-cook the rice, kind of like stir fry the rice a little bit before we actually put in the water and start to cook it. Okay.
I see.
So what we have here, I have some minced shallots, rice, of course, from SongHe, 200 grams, and a sprig of curry leaves.
Can I smell it? So good, yes.
You know, it smells even better when you actually rub against it.
Oh,
Right?
Yes,
it actually
yes.
releases the oil. So
so
what I tend to do before I actually cook with any of this curry leaf, I tend to take it off the stem. Oh, this has been already rinsed.
Wow.
You know,
You saw the jest? Yes.
against the grain, and then you just kind of rub it together. Okay. So this little action actually releases the oil and makes it just even more fragrant.
Very cool.
And this works with any kind of herbs that you would use.
okay.
Rosemary, thyme. Okay. We'll put this
Good to
aside.
know.
And lemongrass. Okay. Lemongrass, I've cut them into segments. How do you release
The aroma, do you bash it?
Just bash it with the back of your knife, right?
Okay.
All right. And then that's it. Pretty much. Let's just start cooking.
So we're using a rice bran oil, which is actually have a high smoking point. So it's really great for cooking.
Okay.
I'm so intrigued. We're going to actually fry the rice.
Yeah.
Raw rice.
Raw rice.
Wow.
So the rice has actually been rinsed and washed already.
Okay.
So I've dried it out a little bit before we do. What I realized over the years of cooking rice like this, I actually learned this technique when a chef of mine, when back in the hotel said that, let's cook rice pilaf. That's the name of the type of rice, but it's actually a method of cooking. And what they do is to actually just stir fry the rice slightly, right? Before actually putting the liquid into it to cook. Okay, so once your oil actually gets to temperature, right, we just add the shallots in.
So at home, if we use stove, right, do we use medium or high heat?
Medium, please.
Medium.
Yeah. You don't need to go too high. So put in the shallots. The shallots first. Right, the shallots. And once you can smell that aroma, that fragrance, you don't need it to be brown, okay, because it burns very easily, especially when it's minced. Okay. So then after that, this is when we throw in
the curry leaves.
Yep, the curry leaves. Oof, I passed the test.
I am following.
Very few ingredients here, okay? Can you smell it?
Absolutely.
So that aroma, combined aroma of the shallots and the curry leaf. Yes. So once you can actually start smelling the curry leaf.
Yes, whenever I cook at home, I use simple herbs like this, right? I feel like I'm a chef. Because it's just the house smells so good.
Okay. So once this is it starts going already.
Yeah.
Okay, we add in the rice.
Ooh, okay. So we pour in the rice.
We pour in the rice,
and then we stir it.
We just give it a stir. Okay. Now I'm going to add in the seasoning. Because I like spicy, so I have a bit of cayenne pepper here.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Cayenne pepper is really good.
Yeah.
Can get really spicy too.
Yeah.
So
if you prefer not so spicy, then just go for something like paprika.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, cayenne pepper. And then we have onion salt, right? If you don't have onion salt, you can use onion pepper, onion powder.
Onion powder, yes.
Onion powder, but
yes, this is interesting. So it's already makes seasoned. It's salted onion powder.
And onion powder actually gives this amazing fragrance.
Okay.
Some white pepper.
Yep.
Okay.
So we don't have to add additional salt because the onion has really.
That's right. Okay.
If we use onion powder, should we add some salt?
Yes.
Okay.
But of course, go with your own taste. Some people prefer their rice to just be simple and
True.
Yeah. So now we have that. Give it a stir.
Okay, so to make pilaf, it's the same. You raw fry the rice.
Can you see that the rice starts to get a little bit translucent, right?
Yes, it's changing color.
Yeah, changing
from
color.
white to translucent.
So that is what we actually want. And what I realized from cooking this method is that at the end of the day, the product that comes out, the end product that comes out, excuse me, there is
It's the curry leaves.
and the cayenne. It actually gets more grainy, like grain by grain. So you don't actually get sticky rice at all.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so just about this, you see, it has absorbed all the oil that I have put in earlier,
Yes.
and it's getting translucent. Now we can add in, I actually have here chicken stock. Okay. Oh, one thing about cooking this rice, we actually have less liquid because the rice is semi-cooked. You know, we're not starting from raw. So it actually has already absorbed some of the oil, moisture.
So you don't need so much water
That's
compared
right.
to if you cook the rice in a rice cooker.
Yeah, it's about 80% of the, because SongHe actually suggests and recommends that we cook their rice 1:1.
Indeed. Yes.
Ratio. So, but this one is probably 1 to 80%.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, depends on own taste also, right? How much you like the rice. You can definitely adjust and experiment.
Okay. So once you get to this stage, right, you give it one stir, a good stir, and don't touch it anymore. Okay. We're gonna add in.
Can everyone see that we are adding in the lemongrass?
Yep, lemongrass.
Now it's boiling.
And I'm going to close it. We're going to let it cook. I'm going to put it in this stove behind us so we can get going with other stuff. Okay?
Okay. How's everyone doing?
And then while you're cooking
Thumbs up. Yes.
at the back, right? If we're cooking at the back, just go on low heat because although I'm using a non-stick pot, I don't want it to burn at the bottom. It's a bit different from our clay pot rice where we like the crusty
Exactly.
bottom.
Yes. It's only rice. Let's be a bit gentle.
Yeah. Okay. So so far, everybody all right? Do I need to slow down for those who are cooking along? Do let me know. Okay.
Okay. Oh wow! I see two people cooking along. with
Great.
us.
You guys doing all right? Any questions? Please throw it our way. All right. Cool. Ready for the next step? So we have got the rice cooking, chicken marinating. What's next? We're gonna start cooking the chicken. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So to get on cooking with the chicken, what do you understand about rendang?
Oh, okay. It's actually, I would think it's almost like a curry, and then it's a bit spicy. There's coconut milk. It just goes amazingly with rice.
So my understanding with rendang, difference between rendang and curry is that curry you tend to have a lot more gravy, a lot more saucy. Whereas for rendang, it's a dry curry, right?
I see.
The origins of
More flavorful. It's more
thicker,
intense. Thicker.
it's thicker. And rendang, when they actually originated, where it originated was because the Malays were travelers. They were a lot more like nomads. So they cooked down the rendang, cook out all that coconut milk so that the oil comes up and it actually stores better for their travels.
I see. Wow, this is really interesting.
So it originated with beef, right?
Yes.
Because beef actually can sustain that long cooking process.
Right.
But then
And you have cook for long. The meat is soft, tender,
and everything. So, but when you're using chicken, the technique slightly changes by a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really interesting. And you can see that, people, how they did in traditional way, and today we still enjoy the good food in a more modern technique in our kitchen.
Okay, so we're going to start right off with the rendang, right? I'm using a pan because of time. So we want to evaporate, we want the sauce to sort of evaporate and thicken faster. So which is why I chose to use a pan, right? But of course you can use a pot, right? And if you notice just now, we cut up the chicken into small pieces. So it actually cooks off faster, right?
Is there any question? Okay, let's. Okay, so we have a few questions.
Cool.
Yes, the chicken stock has been added to the rice, and if we know we don't have onion powder, can we use more, like some onions?
Yes, of course. Of course, onion powder is a good to have seasoning. But if you don't have, you can always add in more shallots. You can add in red onions or even yellow onions. There's no problem with it at all. Cool. I'm just smashing the lemongrass for the rendang. Okay.
think we slow down a little bit.
Okay,
Yes.
sure.
So now
Moving
we're going to, we just explained the amazing origin of rendang and why it's thicker and of the version of curry. So before we cook the chicken, Misha has just bashed with the back of the knife, the lemongrass to release the aromas when we cook it. So are we good?
Maybe I'll go through the ingredients that we need for this part, right? So for this part where we are actually making the rendang, we're going to have garlic, right? I've actually minced it. And we have
very well minced.
Yeah, shallots, right? This one I've actually pureed because I prefer it adds to that consistency. Okay, this is shallots, and then of course chicken marinated from just now. We have the instant rendang paste. I have some water here. Okay, and lemongrass. All right. Now, depending on the rendang paste or the curry paste that you have chose to buy, you can buy your favorite brand, whichever. Just follow the back, the instructions on the back, because they tend to tell you how much milk to put in, how much coconut milk, how much water to put in.
Yes.
Right? I'm not such a good follower.
Yeah.
I go with feel. I go with my feel because sometimes I like it thicker. I like more coconut milk inside, so I really go by the feel. And you just keep tasting. Don't forget to taste.
Yes, so important to taste.
Okay.
And find your, perfect dose and the flavor. The best thing to cook at home is, you can cook what you like.
Yeah,
to reach
that's
that
right.
flavor.
But I always have on standby, which is actually I didn't have on standby, would be salt, right? Salt over here and sugar. People were like, oh, why you add sugar to a rendang or curry? Actually, there is always sugar that is added to a curry or a rendang because it helps to balance off that flavor and to counter off the spice and the salty. It's the levels of flavor.
Okay. Yes, we want a bit more complex, a bit more interesting flavor. Yeah, get ready salt and sugar on the side.
Yeah. Optional ingredients that you can add in if you wish to would be star anise, cinnamon, cloves. That also adds in, the additional flavor, right?
Do you recommend using the whole spice?
Like the whole spice? Yes, the whole spice, not the powder. Yeah. So then there's one thing that I like to do when I use cloves, especially cloves and star anise, would be actually to count the number of pieces that goes in so that I can count the number of pieces that I take out before I serve.
True.
You don't want to bite into the cloves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good tip. I forgot to do that last time. I cook at home. And let's not go into that.
Yeah, the same with cardamom. It's just they lend a lovely, lovely flavor to the dish, but it's just not very nice when you bite into it completely. Okay.
So we poured a bit more of the rice bran oil. We wanted to have it a medium heat.
Yeah, it's medium heat again, right? Okay, we're going to start with the shallots going in and we'll just wait for a while more.
And for the lemongrass, you shall use the whole stalk.
Yeah, I use the whole stalk. Yeah.
Yes. I think the flavor is like the bottom, right? The bottom part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, when I say the whole stalk, if you look at this one, together, it's probably there's probably this much of it, that I did not use. So.
Yes. Okay. So bottom, okay. Bottom cup. So first step after the oil is heated, we add in the puree, the shallot puree.
When cooking, I tend to add in the onions, shallots, or leeks, the onions family first, because it needs that time to sweat out before you add everything else. It helps to give that sweetness to it.
I see. Yeah, it's good to know. I always kind of struggle with like garlic first, onion first.
Always onion first.
Okay, always onion.
Onions family.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and then once you smell that aroma, then go to your garlic.
It's so nice to be able to host like live together with chef, because we stopped doing that for a while, and I was behind the screen with the chef, with Kaya, with the amazing chef that we had last week for the cookathon. Now finally I can be the chef in the chef's kitchen. Exactly. And getting all the aromas and the heat.
Yeah, it was very different because I was doing live for the last few weeks, and it was always me, myself in my kitchen cooking, and I'm like talking to people through, the screen. It was very, very it's different, very, very different.
Hope everyone's enjoying phase 2 and keeping up the good habit of, still enjoying home cooked food while, catching up with your friends. We've been thinking about YoRipe, like how to get people, maybe some family, like friendly dishes or potluck dishes for you in the coming week so that, when you visit families, you can bring them the potluck dishes. You can also come up with some like baking goods at home, that easy ones that you can bring when you visit your friends or family.
Okay. I'm going to add in the rendang paste now, right? Although this actually has been already cooked off, right? But I tend to just like to add it in first, which is yet another instruction that they don't usually use.
I think this is great, actually. So you actually stir fry them together with the pizza so that the flavors get blended together. Yeah, I already can imagine the sauce will go so well with the rice.
So although this is rendang, I'm actually making it slightly saucy because I want to drizzle it over the rice afterwards in the burrito itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The rice is cooking very nicely behind.
Yeah. So the rice, do not stir it while it's cooking. So you only stir it once before you actually put the lid on, right? So you get all the flavors all nicely combined. But in between, don't stir it.
Don't disturb it.
Ow. Okay. Yes. So once this is all together nicely, right? You can put in the chicken which we marinated earlier.
Right. So shallots first, the onion family first, and then the garlic, the rendang paste, followed by the chicken.
Yep. So at this point, right, I tend to just like to let it go for a while, which means to let the chicken just brown, whichever meat it is, just to kind of like brown off on the sides, right? So when you're eating it, there seems to be a little bit of color, right? Like that, not burnt color, but that brown color.
I see. Is that one of the secrets for cooking rendang?
I won't say that it's a secret, but I tend to do this with a lot of braised and stews because rendang or curry is actually essentially a braise or a stew. So color off the side first before you actually go into that braising mode.
Yes, so color of the side, brown the chicken a little bit, a bit crispy, a bit of the high heat before you braise it.
Yeah, that's right. So we can actually turn up the heat slightly over here. The other thing that I learned with rendang, which we are not doing here, right? But please do take note, would be to add in curry stick, which is actually like toasted coconut, right? Toasted coconut. You can actually get it very easily from like the Indian store or Malay store in the wet market. So it's coconut sugar, curry stick.
Curry stick. How do you spell that?
Keri.
S-I-K. I see.
Yep. So I actually learned this. I'm a very wet market person. I like to go to wet markets. I like to buy things, and I actually do go and ask people, how do you cook it? So this is a tip that I learned from the store owner many, many years ago, and she was like, just put in coconut sugar or curry stick, and it's just like, here, take a packet.
Oh my God.
And then
it smells so good now. Oh my God, the chicken, smells heavenly. And if you have the curry stick, do you add it now?
Yes.
Okay.
But because we're using instant, right? Since we're using instant, most of the ingredients have been inside.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you see over here? This is what I mean by it gets brown, right? This is what you would want, right?
A bit charred.
A little bit charred. Yeah. Difference between charred and burnt. Very thin line.
Yes. Let's stay within that line.
Yeah.
So we can next time if something's burnt, we're just like, it's just a bit overcharred.
A lot of people
don't get it.
It's nicely charred. Okay. Once we are happy, right? With the char.
Yes.
Okay.
How's everyone doing now? Okay. I think we want to see how people are cooking. Oh wow. Oh, Daniel, hi. Thanks for joining us again. And hey, Holly. Hi, Holly. You guys doing okay? Good. I see thumbs up.
Very good. So we're at this point where we are just about to add in the water, okay?
Get ready your water.
All right.
Hi, Sally. Thanks for saying hi.
Okay, and here in goes the water.
How much water, Chef?
Right now for this is actually 2 pieces of chicken thigh. I have added in only 100 milliliters.
About 100 milliliters, yes.
Because we want a rendang, not a curry. Okay, so the water that goes in is actually very minimal. Usually for difference between a rendang and a curry, can you see that the rendang?
Yeah, it doesn't cover the chicken.
It doesn't cover
the water,
the chicken.
yes.
Exactly.
Just
you know your stuff.
I'm very sure.
All right. And now we can bring down the heat and cover it.
Okay. Mix it with water and then lower the heat and cover with lid.
Yeah. Cover with lid because we just want it to slow cook it so that the even chicken thigh can actually get tough. So you don't want that, right? That happens when it's cooking too fast. All right.
Yes.
So let's just let it
simmer a little bit.
That's right. Thank you. Oh, I forgot the lemongrass.
Please add the lemongrass as well. Let it be nicely simmer with the chicken.
Okay, we're gonna let it simmer for a while before we're gonna do a taste test. Okay.
Oh,
then we will adjust the taste from there.
I want to join the taste test.
Sure. Okay. We'll set up the coconut milk over here for later.
Yes.
Coconut milk only goes in after we are, after the chicken is cooked and we're almost ready. Okay. There we go. Just cleaning up a little bit.
So we've done 2 steps so far. First is cooking the rice. And now the chicken also is in the wok. Shall we do a zoom in for the rice?
Yeah. Shall we want to take a look at the rice now?
No. Okay.
Maybe I bring the rice over there?
Yes.
Okay. So actually our rice is ready. Generally the rice takes about 15, 18 minutes. Okay. So, but this one is a small portion. So it's actually done.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you know that it's ready? By looking?
By looking, I can...
And taste the chicken.
I'll definitely have to taste it because we want to make sure that, we don't actually get any undercooked grains.
Yep. So this, you can see the jasmine rice, like the rice is really like what Michelle described, right? Not sticky at all. Yeah, they're like each grain is very non-sticky and
all right
on its own. Yeah, and
so they're very individual,
broken.
grains. So this is what you actually want, and just from feeling it without tasting it, I know that they are done already. Okay, I hope that you get this result as well. Okay, yeah. Want to try?
Yes.
Let me try for just in case, please. A little bit hot. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a bit more water. A bit hot.
I really like it.
Actually, maybe I'll just leave it this way. I'll just let it sit in for a little bit and steam off because we're gonna have the gravy and
exactly because it doesn't. The good thing is that it doesn't stick to your teeth. Like then it's good. And,
I actually like my rice really one by one. I don't like sticky rice unless we're talking about sushi or rice that is meant to be sticky.
Yeah. So the best part is taste it, and you feel like it's a bit undercooked, it's a bit hard for you. Cook it for a few more minutes.
Yeah. How was that for you? Was it a bit undercooked for you?
No, for me it's perfect. Yeah, like you. I like the rice to be the grains to be. You can taste the grain rather than like it's a mouthful of rice. Yeah, I want the grains.
So
you can see that
you can see the chicken
nicely.
sort of like simmering down there. So
we still have the salt, sugar, and coconut milk.
That's right. But that one we will go in later when we are seasoning. Okay. But really, the rice that we use today is actually white rice. Okay. But you can use any type of rice. Any type of rice, meaning that it can be red rice, brown rice.
Yes, and even a mix. So I think we were looking into how to eat. I think a sustainably healthy, balanced, and of course rice has carbs, right? And white rice eating white rice a big amount every day has linked to type 2 diabetes.
Yes.
So yeah, Michelle, what do you think about as Asians, we love rice. What do you do?
I mean, I definitely have first-hand experience because my parents, they're quite elderly. My mom has type 2 diabetes. It was very, very hard for her to do the switch, when she found out. She said, how can I not eat rice? And so slowly it took her a little while to actually get used to eating brown rice because the texture, obviously, as we know, is different.
Yes.
Right? So
it's a bit nutty. It's a bit
nutty,
harder.
And there is always the husk.
Yeah, husk, yes.
Which is why it's unrefined, which is supposed to be much better for the body. So what I started to do was to actually soak the rice prior to actually cooking it. So for white rice, what we tend to do is we just kind of wash it until the water is clear, and then we'll cook it.
Yes.
But for brown rice, especially the ones with the husk on, red rice, black rice, brown rice, I would wash them, then I would soak them.
For how long?
Yeah, if I don't have time, minimum of 30 minutes.
Okay.
Right. But sometimes if I have time, I'll just let it sit there, for like an hour or so before I actually cook it. So it softens it up, and she finds that, oh, okay, I don't mind it now.
I see. Wow, this is good to know, because I think I love to eat rice, and I think brown rice, red rice, because of the husk, it's a higher nutrition, better dietary fiber. So it's also good that we know that we still can eat rice, but it's a healthier version.
Yeah, and because it's low GI, so what low GI does is that it releases the carbohydrates, all the sugars, slower in the
you don't
body.
get a spike.
That's right.
Yeah, in the
so
blood
it's
sugar.
a lot better for people with diabetes.
Yeah. So you can check out SongHe's range in brown rice, red rice as well.
Yeah, and most recently I was into the bajang phase, like everybody. The bajang festival just ended yesterday, right? So in case you're wondering, for glutinous rice, you tend to want to soak it overnight, right? You want to soak it overnight, but do make sure when you're soaking it to actually have like 2 to 3 inches of excess water on top of the surface.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
you want to submerge it and
have that, because it really absorbs. It soaks up all that water. And there was one batch where I made the big mistake. I was like, oh yeah, it's okay. And I didn't have enough water. The next morning, my rice went bad. Like it started fermenting because there was the air and then the moisture. I could have really made rice wine.
Wow, okay, interesting. So maybe that's how rice wine was discovered.
I want to try it because I still have glutinous rice in my store.
Okay.
I am going to try that. Cool. Okay. So that was about 10 minutes of talking, I think. So we're back to our chicken.
Let's check in our chicken.
All right. Haha. Looking very, very decent, guys. So I think this will be like the fastest rendang in the history of rendang. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to do a taste test.
Chef Michelle looks so happy. Yes, I got this.
I'm just going to season it first before I let you taste, okay?
Yay.
Yeah. A little bit of sugar. Like I said, this part here, I am actually not going to be giving you any measurements, simply because this is up to your taste, right? If given a choice, I would be adding a lot of like chili padi in there right now because I like it spicy. Yeah. But for the benefit of my colleagues, I will not.
Thank you. So we added sugar, brown sugar. We added also salt.
Yep. And now I'm ready to actually add in the coconut milk. And after I add in the coconut milk, I'm going to readjust the seasoning again. Important. You want to try before and after? Sure. It's so good. You went quiet. Yeah. I got worried for a while. I'm like
the flavor
what happened?
There's like, you taste it. It's savory. It's a bit spicy. And then all the spice come out. So it's it's quite it takes a few seconds.
Okay, so
release the whole flavor. Yeah, very good.
So we're going to add in the coconut milk now. And once you add in coconut milk, right, with anything at all, do not bring it to a rolling boil anymore. It's just a simmer. Simply because the coconut milk was split, because coconut milk is actually very high in fat, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you don't want to have like this split coconut milk with like chunks of like white stuff, you know what I mean?
Is this the same theory as when you make kaya at home?
Yes.
Like you have to low temperature.
Yes, that's right. But kaya is essentially like a custard, right? And that's so that there is the egg involved as well.
Oh, yes, yes.
So
egg white and
what you don't want to have is like scrambled eggs instead of the custard.
No.
Yeah, my chef in culinary school was like, "What is that you're making? Scrambled eggs?" Like, no.
Well, it can be if you really want it.
So from the color, I can tell that I would want a little bit more. So I'm just going to throw everything on. Okay. This is 100 mils of coconut milk as well.
Okay. So about the same as water just now.
That's right. That's right.
Which brand of coconut milk do you use?
I use Cara.
Cara.
I always use Cara.
Yes.
Actually. Yeah.
Very easy to get from all
everywhere.
the
It's really and very consistent. The one that I use today is actually the full cream one, which is the normal one, right? But some people prefer to use skim or the light one. It's really up to you. Reason why I like the full cream one is because it's full body. The skim one, the light one tends to be a little bit watered down. But up to you. Okay. Do take note that, right? If you're cooking a smaller portion of chicken, just use less paste, right? Because if not, you end up very spicy and very salty. Sorry. Yeah.
So some people also like to add like peanuts to rendang, or just like satay. Then it becomes a satay sauce.
I was like,
yes, sorry. Yeah, peanuts become satay sauce.
Okay. Do that a little bit.
So we're still at the first dish, the chicken rendang rice burrito. And we are just getting the chicken, the final seasoning. Before we move on to assemble the burrito roll, because the rest is, I think maybe we can show a bit of the ingredients as well that we have for the rice burrito. And then we'll move on to make a dessert, rice pudding, because I'm really excited about that.
Okay, so before we assemble, right, here are the ingredients that we have. Okay. I actually forgot one thing. Sorry, I forgot one step, guys. This one step. This step here where we actually are going to make a dressing. So on top of this curry gravy, we actually have the dressing as well.
Okay,
right?
Let's make the dressing now.
Yeah, it's very simple. Right, you have plain yogurt. Okay.
Yes.
You have lime leaves. Oh, sorry, mint leaves. Mint leaves. Okay. So mint leaves. Just take a couple of leaves, really. You don't need a lot.
You got from Daniel, like it's going well.
And they're
who's cooking alone?
Assemble, but we haven't done the dressing yet, chef. All right,
we're having so much fun.
Just
wow,
fine, Julian.
Can I show this in the close-up camera?
Sure.
Wow, look at this. This is when I know that who has been to culinary institute.
We'll need to practice this. One tip about cutting herbs, right? Cutting herbs is that you always want to use a sharp knife, because without a sharp knife, what happens is that it bruises your herbs and it turns black.
Ooh, really good to know.
Okay. Yep. So mint leaves in. I've got paprika in here. Right. So sorry,
no problem.
Still new.
So Michelle, how much like mint leaf do you use? So a few sprigs.
I used 5 leaves actually. 5 leaves, and this is about 2 tablespoons of plain yogurt.
Yes, we just cut the mint leaves and added them to the plain yogurt.
And do not. This is about half a teaspoon. Okay. Do not cut your herbs before you actually need to use them.
Okay.
Because they will dry out, and again they blacken. and it will taste good.
Okay.
All right, and what I have here,
So à la minute.
yeah, a la minute. This is actually garlic.
Mm.
You can actually use raw garlic minced, but this one is actually just a lightly fried garlic. Just because some people don't like the very sharp taste of
Raw garlic.
Yes. Right? So
Very toasty.
all right, just a little bit, and because garlic oil actually smells wonderful. All right, just mix it up together.
Yes. So about half teaspoon of paprika.
Yes.
About like a teaspoon of garlic, fried garlic or raw garlic as you prefer, and then 5 leaves, 5 mint leaves, and
Okay.
about two big tablespoons of yogurt.
Yes, that's right. Plain yogurt.
Yes.
Yogurt, right? So no flavor. I'm going to just add a little bit of salt. Okay. And some pepper for seasoning.
It's really easy, this dressing. And Michelle, can we use it for other, like, eat with, I don't know, a sandwich or some?
Yes, of course. This is completely versatile. This dressing is very, very versatile. Okay. All right. And the dressing is done.
Yay. Then you can switch back to the chicken camera.
Chicken camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Our chicken is ready. Chicken is ready. We've got our dressing.
All good? Everyone's doing fine?
We still have everybody? Not many questions.
Okay, I think let's wait just a minute for Daniel to cut the mint leaves. And then add the mint leaves, the paprika, the garlic to the yogurt with a bit of salt, and the dressing will be done.
Just taste.
By the way, I was very surprised to see fries on this tray. Are you? I really wanted to eat one just now.
So these are the assembly ingredients, I'll call them. So we have the romaine lettuce, red onions, cucumber, and fries.
Yay.
Right? So these ones, no surprise, right? They're very standard wrap sort of typical ingredients. Again, this is a recipe idea. You could go with any ingredients you like, right? I'm just going to chop up a little bit of the coriander to mix it up into the rice.
Okay.
Okay.
Michelle, where do you get the inspiration of adding fries?
Fries, because when we were in culinary school, right, after school or after drinks, I would say, we would go to the kebab shop next to the institute, and that's exactly where we would buy kebabs.
Yes.
And somehow they offered to have fries inside their kebab, and we always used to have fries inside the kebab.
Good.
And that just became something that I would do all the time.
It's like such a great like street food inspiration, and then we bring home and we can add it, like customize it the way we like it.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, I think this one is
So we're cutting the coriander, slicing them, similar method as the mint leaves.
In it goes. Okay. Do you want to mix it?
Sure. Happy to help.
All right. Mix it here.
Yes. That's why I'm wearing an apron, just in case. I'm so happy. I get to cook a little bit.
This is a store-bought wrap, right? Actually, the only complaint that I have about store-bought wraps is that they always tend to be a little bit too small. I'll always end up with wraps that are smaller than what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have an XL.
They should have XL, right?
Which brand is this?
This one is Michelin's.
Michelin's, you hear us? We want an XL version. Thank you.
And because I actually love the Michelin's,
yes,
because they have so many different types.
exactly. Yeah, and they have like tomato flavors. I think we did one with Iron Tan using the mala wrap. This whole meal also, if you want to be eating more whole grain.
Yeah. The one that I bought is actually the low carb one.
Yeah, so good for to
when they first came out with the low carb, I was like, yay!
Exactly, healthier version.
Yeah.
I think we go a bit slower, is it? Okay. So we're just now getting ready to assemble and make the burrito, right? Rice burrito is a roll.
Yeah.
So Chef Michelle has the wrap and adding the lettuce.
The lettuce. I usually put the lettuce on top of wraps or whichever rolls that I'm making, because I feel like it actually is a vessel that holds all the sauces, so it won't leak through, right? Hopefully.
Good tip. Now I know why. Okay, so first, yes, add the lettuce. It's like waterproof.
Exactly.
So waterproofing
kind
the
of
wrap.
cup light, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, are we done with the?
What do you think?
I think so.
Okay, great.
Okay, all right. So usually the saucy ones would go in first, but I'm going to go with the rice because we want the saucy ones to go on top. Exactly. Right.
Yeah, so usually burrito you get in stores, right? Like because Mexican food, it's like tomatoes, onions, and beans, right?
That's right.
And I think today it's so interesting that we get to make a local spin on it and using chicken rendang, which already goes well with rice, right? But now we are adding an interesting spin to it with the wrap and the lettuce, adding some freshness, and it's so easy. You can make it like a snack. I mean, like as for lunchbox, right? And I have it on the go, and then heat it up in the office.
It's super simple. Yeah. And you can actually have it anywhere because you wrap it up with a foil, right? And
yes.
There we go. So so you see that there is the little sauce here. I'm actually going to drizzle a little bit more because it might get a little bit messy, but why not?
Yes. We are about flavors about here, not about love, not about how tidy this looks.
And then the dressing that goes on top.
Yes.
Fries?
Yes, please. I've been wanting to taste this since the beginning because they look so nicely fried.
Thank you.
It's double fried, right?
Yeah.
This when fries are done properly. Okay, not so much about that.
We can talk about fries
another time. So we're adding in, after the dressing, the fries, the onion, and 2 slices of cucumber. Okay, to give it a gentle press so that it's flattened a little bit, and then we wrap.
All right.
It's a wrap. Okay, front on the 2 sides.
Okay, I'm getting a bit nervous here, okay? Hang on. Oops. I think I got a bit too ambitious.
It happens.
All right.
Ooh. Wow. Gusto. Yay. Very nice.
All right.
So yes, if you want to avoid what happened,
just don't be so ambitious. Don't be so greedy like me.
Yes.
Okay.
Michelle knows that I have a big appetite. She wanted to feed me well.
So what you can do, right, after this would be to put it yet onto another pan and just to heat it up on both sides. Do you want to do that or it's okay?
I'm okay. I think it's fine.
Because we still got another dish to go for. But yes, okay, go for it. Put it on the pan. Put a little weight on top of it. Flip it over, and then there you go.
Yes, you get a bit of crispier, like crust, really on the 2 sides. Yeah.
So gonna set this aside.
Yes.
Right. We can cut it open later after we finish.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Just gonna keep this.
Stay with us. Yes.
Okay.
We've now wrapped the burrito, and then we're going to start making the rice pudding.
Rice pudding.
Yes.
Super simple. Yet again, another super simple.
Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking rice pudding is like, remember I first ate it like when I was very young.
Yeah.
And it's like a homemade dessert that you can get. It's very simple. And then as I grew up, I was like, I miss this. I miss this is something so easy, but you can't really get it outside. So I'm happy that we're making it today.
It's a very homey.
It's almost like leftover rice. What do you do, right? Like you can make fried rice, but you can also make rice pudding.
Right. There we go. We have rice that's already been pre-cooked. Like what SongHe said just now, this is a perfect recipe for leftover rice. I think Asians, the first thing leftover rice, let's make fried rice.
Yes, I know.
But how about, turning it into a dessert, right? It can be for any type of rice. So very simple. I need to stop saying very simple. I have kaya here and gula melaka, right? a bit of pandan flavor. You can also choose to go like all natural, like super natural, where you actually crush up your pandan leaves, put it into the blender, add some water, and you get that green goodness out of it. Right?
Okay.
But, I'm going lazy today because it's Saturday. Lemon for the lemon zest.
To be lazy.
And a pinch of salt. Okay, this is what goes inside the rice pudding itself. That pinch of salt is just to balance it out. Because I'm a fan of like salted caramel, so like that sweet and salted balance.
Yeah. Cool. So we're gonna start making the rice pudding.
Okay, I'm going to start with putting in the rice.
Okay, so do not switch on the flame first. Just put the rice.
Just put the rice in first.
I think this happens because especially during this time, I think we buy a lot and then we cook a lot. So when it's leftover rice, it's good for this recipes.
Okay, now we can turn on the flame. I'm going to add in milk and coconut milk. Okay. This is coconut milk that's going in first.
Okay, about.
This is 100 mils.
100 mils.
Yeah, this is 100 mils.
So coconut milk into the pot.
And an equal amount of milk that's going in as well. Okay, and this is fresh milk. Well, this is actually an estimate. Why I say it's an estimate, because again, back to your own liking. Do you like your coconut or your rice pudding to be very thick? Or do you like it to be slightly lighter and more watery?
I see.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so while that is going, because maybe we should say that this is something like a porridge, but like a dessert porridge, because of the texture, right? So let's just let it go.
Yeah, I used to love to eat sugar porridge. I don't know if it's a thing here.
This is sugar porridge.
So when I was sick and I was very young, when I was sick, so I have no appetite. So my parents started to make like just the porridge, but added with sugar, and it's sweet. It's delicious.
Just like that? Nothing else?
Just like that, yes. And I started eating. So that was,
Why not, right?
One recipe, simple recipe. Yeah. 3 ingredients: water, rice, and sugar.
Kaya goes in. This is 1 big tablespoon of kaya.
Okay. Love kaya.
Yeah. I was just thinking that, we could actually even add in the pandan leaf to cook it in as well.
Oh, yeah. And then you probably get a bit of green color.
That's right. The gula melaka. If you don't have the gula melaka syrup, right, do just go and chop up some of the chunks. And
yes.
And let it melt in there. Right. I just so happen to actually have the syrup, so.
Yeah, actually, gula melaka, you can buy them and they can be stored quite for a while. So it's handy ingredient you can use in a lot of local cuisine.
That's right.
Yeah, always it's a bit different when you add the gula melaka versus like sugar.
Okay. Now this is the time where I'll add a little bit of
pandan flavoring. Yes.
Just really like 2 drops. Okay, you don't need too much of it, because if not, it will be very, very overpowering. Over here we got some nice toppings as well. So really excited. You can be creative with them too. Like depends on what you like. Right? This is when I add the pinch of salt. Really just a pinch, because the star here is not the salt, but you just want that little bit of salt flavor. You smell, as the gula melaka gets heat up, right? You have this a bit coconut. Yes, yeah. You can smell the coconut. You can smell the gula melaka. Yeah. This one, the lime zest, we're just going to go in at the end. At the end, okay. At the end, because if not, once it goes in and it cooks off all that flavor, so it becomes pointless. Yeah, you want to keep the freshness, the zest. Yeah. So for the rest of it, what we have here, nuts. That's why it's nutty. Almonds, macadamia, walnut, and we have dried cranberries, which I'm actually going to add in now, right? So it can actually sit and set, right? The raspberry, the fresh raspberry, is only when we finish. Okay. Do not think that we're eating this hot. We're actually going to put it into serving cups, put it into the fridge, chill it, and then we're going to eat it cold. Yes. Don't worry, it's not exactly like a porridge. Even though it's not. It looks like it is now, it's temporarily. Okay, so this is the consistency that I think that it's still a little bit thick. You know, I actually do want to add in some more milk.
Okay.
Right? So if you just watch this for me, I'll come back with the milk,
Yes,
okay?
I'm watching you. Rice. Yeah, you can see that the grain, right? It's still, very whole. Yeah, exactly. They don't get like broken even when you cook them.
Yeah. Actually, you don't want them to be broken. You know, it's supposed to be sort of soft, but yet in that smoothie.
Okay.
Is there such a word, smoothie sort of texture?
I'll only be able to describe when I taste it later.
Yeah.
So we added about quite a bit of milk, so really to make the rice
Softer.
less thicker. Less thick, softer.
Okay. Well, while we are waiting for that, right? Let me just chop this up because we want to sprinkle it over our set pudding afterwards.
Yes.
Okay. And because it takes time, I've actually done one. I've already done one to show you how it looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
So Michelle, with this the rice pudding dish, do you learn it somewhere or?
I actually learned it from a co-worker.
Okay.
It was just one of those days. You know, when you work in the kitchen, there is always staff meals, and staff meals are almost always from leftovers, like extra ingredients that you won't be serving to the customer. So got to make use of it.
Yes.
So she just said that, this was something that her mother and her grandmother, used to make all the time. And so she just made it for all of us.
Wow.
And I thought, hey, really, really clever. But usually a traditional rice pudding, it's usually made with like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, the more type flavors.
Okay, yeah, I see. We can definitely try that, and it sounds a bit like overnight oats. That's
right, exactly.
Flavors.
Okay. So this is for toppings afterwards.
Yeah, I want to give it the rice a good stir so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot.
So it doesn't burn. And I think we're pretty much there. So you can see that it's quite.
Yes, the rice is confirm the rice is wet. It's pretty wet. It's really like a thick porridge. So we don't want the rice to be dry for rice pudding.
Okay. And I have these cups here.
Oh,
right,
very nice.
So like serving cups,
white.
really you can use whatever serving cups that you have.
Maybe we can do a zoom in here
Sure.
to see the. Okay. Yes, so you can see the texture of the rice. Really like a thick porridge. It looks a bit like baby food.
But the flavors are amazing.
Baby food is the best actually.
Comfort food.
Comfort food, exactly. It is to digest. And it's been raining, so this looks.
And
nice.
so this is usually with like a pudding, right? Just give it a tap.
I learned
So
a
that
new
it
trick.
settles, right? So all that air bubble at the bottom
Wow,
comes out.
so useful. Usually I just use the spoon to like flatten it. Bang, wrong.
All right. Now we will just cling wrap it,
Yep.
right? Cling wrap it and then put it into the fridge.
Let it chill.
Let it chill. And then we'll do a TV magic where I'll bring out the one that we did earlier.
Yes.
Thank you. Meanwhile, stir this.
Ready for some TV magic?
Cook ice cream also.
Wow. So to the flavors, we have the nuts, and we also have ice cream. Ta-da!
We have ice cream. I've got raspberry. So if you take a look, right, it actually has set on top. I'll let Xinyan do the honors of digging into it. So just raspberry.
We'll show to the camera. Yes, over here.
Over here. So raspberry, just nuts.
A bit behind, a bit too close, I
Here?
think. Yeah, here.
Can you see? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so, and then, ice cream.
So the chicken burrito, we have finished the wrap, but we haven't cut it yet. So you can still see it. It's not completely ended.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
But maybe since we're here, you want to do the
Yes.
honors of digging into
I
it?
want to take a picture.
Hang on, let me just get rid of this.
Yes. Okay. And then you always picture first, right? Then we taste.
You want to do this picture is okay? Or do you
Yes.
want to do another one?
Okay. Yeah, I think this picture is good.
Okay, all right. Go for it.
So, going to, wow. Okay.
Too hard?
No. It's just I want a lot and the spoon is small.
Oh, you took the small spoon. She took the smallest
The small spoon and I want a lot. I was like, I want to get. Very good.
Can I try?
It's soft. And the ice cream really helps, like, give the extra creamy flavor. And you can taste the nuts, a bit crunchy, that goes well with the softness of the rice. I'm back to childhood. I'm going to show it to my mom. Look at this.
Another way of actually using a rice pudding as well would be like a creme brulee, right? So instead of a creme brulee custard at the bottom, you have a rice pudding, and then after that you sprinkle the top with sugar.
Yep.
Right. Cover the top, and then you blow torch it. So it's like a rice pudding creme brulee. So that's another way that you can use rice pudding too. Right.
Cool.
Don't have
fusion.
To, yeah.
You want to make it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to clean up a little bit. We're going to cut the burrito.
Yes.
Okay.
Burrito is coming back. We are ready for the finale. It's been wrapped. It's been resting, and now we're going to cut it. In the meantime, any of you have any questions on burrito, on the rice, how chef has made the rice? You can see, really interesting. I learned a lot on this one. Or on the rice pudding with leftover rice, which is great. Creative way of, not doing fried rice, but if you want to do fried rice, it's still okay. Oh, the lime zest at the end of it.
Oh, yes.
Do we do it?
No, I actually forgot. So the lime zest, thank you for the reminder. So coming back to this, right? All you have to do with the lime zest, right, would be
I have to taste again. Thanks for the reminder.
Thank you for the reminder. It actually completely changes the flavor again.
I like the green.
Okay,
yeah.
you can go for it again.
Okay, yes.
See, it adds just that freshness. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it better with the lime zest, so don't forget.
Yep. Sorry, I forgot.
But if you don't have lime zest, it's still good. Still yummy, really.
Okay. All right. So just to take note, things not to do, like what I did, was to actually stuff it so hard, like so much, that you see the sides actually can't quite close properly. So please wish me luck as I cut into this. Xingyan's like, what chef is this?
No, like it happens to me all the time at home. Like any wrap I do, it's so nice.
Here you go.
It's really nice. Maybe we'll show to the close-up camera.
Here you go, guys.
Can you see it? Okay.
So you can see the chicken pieces, right? You can see the rice at the bottom and some of the greens. Maybe we could have more greens.
Maybe, yes, as you prefer. Really, this is, you make it at home. Oh wow,
Yeah.
the chicken pieces, the fries.
Oh, that's a fries as well. She's very happy with the fries.
And
are you going to?
Yes, may I?
Of course.
Okay, I think we need a picture too first.
Thank goodness it held. I was so worried.
Great, got a picture.
Okay. I'm going to stand by some towels for you just in case.
Okay, ta-da.
Yeah.
Thank you. So actually, another way of burrito is like burrito bowls.
Yes, burrito bowls.
I think this could be good for burrito bowls as well
Definitely.
because of the gravy.
Definitely. Yeah. So if you want to do it without the wrap, then just the bowls, sorry.
The rendang is really good. And it's so good in the wrap because it's not too wet.
Yeah. Can you taste the dressing, which gives it a contrast because there is the sourness coming from the yogurt.
I need to take another bite for the dressing. The rice is really good. This is so comfort food. The rice and the chicken and the wrap, you're like, and if you like, this is food when you eat when you're hungry. It gives you energy.
But personally, I like to cook fragrant rice, like you were talking about, just like 3 ingredient rice, like one pot rice, really just to cook everything all in rather than to eating dishes with rice. But that's my personal preference.
No, I taste the dressing. I like the yogurt.
With the mint.
With the mint.
But really try not to do the dressing too early because you would completely lose the mint flavor. Yeah. Oh, not too bad with time.
Yes.
How's everybody else doing? Are you guys done with your dinner?
We have a question here. Can we show the ready rendang paste packaging? Oh, we didn't show actually.
We didn't show. I actually threw it away. I actually don't have it already.
Okay, maybe we can send the information.
Yeah, I'll send you the information.
Yeah, but really any rendang paste will be fine.
Yeah, actually rendang paste, right? Where can you find them in the supermarket? They would always be in 2 possible places. In the aisle where they're selling condiments and sauces, right? That's one possible place. And the second place would be actually in at the refrigerator where they are actually putting the kimchi and the noodles and the tofu. In the upper rack, that's the top rack. That's usually where you would have your ready rendang paste too.
Great to know. Yeah,
supermarket.
So exactly. I love supermarkets too. I love like walking through the aisles. Any other questions? So I really want to thank Chef Michelle today for teaching us really 2 creative dish. it's a bowl. Yeah, I'll finish every piece of it. And if you want to find out more about Michelle, her interesting cooking, I know she has really nice videos. Yes, on Instagram it's TinkerFun, TinkerFun. So please follow Michelle and lots of good cooking, good food coming to your feed. I can guarantee that. And big thank you to SongHe, our partner today, and also the rice bran oil, which is full of vitamin B and E and high smoking point, really great for our daily cooking. Yes, SongHe, of course, household brand name, quality rice for over 30 years. The only rice actually imported has a chill warehouse in Singapore. Yeah. So really fresh, and you don't have to buy a lot. But if you want to buy like big packet and put it at home, right? Try to keep them in airtight. It's airtight container. Yeah. Maybe in the fridge or outside.
If you in the fridge is recommended, but of course not many of us actually have like fridge space to keep rice. So have it in like a dark, dry area, right? In airtight containers, and it would definitely keep for a very, very long time. And if you happen to see little bugs, I mean not bugs but like weevils, don't worry about it. Just wash your rice out thoroughly, and then they'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, weevils in rice is actually very, very common. Yeah,
yes,
don't freak out.
Exactly, and it just shows that the rice is naturally preserved. That's why there's weevils. So it's all good. Just wash them, and it'll be fine. We have a question here about the cayenne pepper, which I think shall you added to the dressing?
That's right. Actually I added cayenne pepper to the rice, for the dressing was paprika.
Paprika, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So difference between cayenne and paprika, they all belong to the pepper chili family. It's just different levels of spiciness and heat. Yeah.
Great.
If you want to see, just here, I'll be on this camera.
Gabriel, the camera of the chicken camera.
Chicken camera. Oh no, it's okay. This one is the cayenne, and this one is the paprika. All right.
Good. Yes. Any questions? We are here for a few more minutes, so please feel free. We really hope that you learned something and you tried it at home. How is Holly and Daniel doing?
Dinner's ready? Wow.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Do you want to unmute? Holly, do you want to unmute your mic? How's it going?
Good. We did 2 years fried off. We fried the shells first and made it like a taco.
Nice. So you actually get the tacos like crispy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Yes, you can use
fantastic
taco shell too instead of wrap if you can't get one.
You don't have to worry about wrapping your tacos.
That's why we did it. We got sick of wrapping.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you so much for joining.
you.
Enjoy. Cool. And Daniel, how are you doing?
It's not you.
All good. I didn't really do the second dish, but I did the first dish.
Okay. How's the burrito?
We haven't put it up yet because we are not hungry. But we just set it aside, then later we'll
No problem, because this meal you can actually get all the elements ready and put it together when you want to eat it. Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you can even cook it. Actually, it's true. You can cook it in advance because rendang can keep, rice can keep.
Yeah.
And then you can just make it like for meal prep over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then over the week,
That's right.
before your lunch, take it out.
And when we are all ready for parties again, which is sometime later, this is actually a very good party meal where you get all the elements together and it's DIY. You know, everybody can just come and make their own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than popiah, you can now make
That's
rice
right.
burrito. Awesome.
Okay.
Great. So thank you again for joining us, Call Me Chef, live virtual cooking class brought to you by YoRipe and SongHe today. And so happy to have Chef Michelle
Thank you for having me.
teaching us 2 amazing dishes. I learned a lot. And I'm sure we will have you again in YoRipe.
Thank you.
And any questions, please. So we have a great comment on your kitchen too.
Thank you.
Yes, it's actually good because it's airy too. The window is open. So I'm having such a good time to be able to host live here. Feel free to share your feedback. And of course, there are a lot of rice recipes in YoRipe app, like Thai pineapple fried rice, salmon butter rice, clay pot rice, and rice cooker. So find all of them in YoRipe app. And once again, thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Gabriel. You're always...
Thank you, Gabriel.
Yes. Handling everything so well. So, and hope to see you soon again next week.